Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing my last book of 2023. It was a big day in my house last night because I finished it, and that means that I have met my goal of 15 books for the year, and that is super exciting, and I cannot wait to share that with you. But before we get into the video, I want to remind you all that I do go live every week on Instagram at the same username, at Your Geeky Girlfriend. That's YOUR_GEEKYGF over on IG, and I will tag that in the description of this video. Over there you can find all of my live content. Most of what comes here is a replay, with the exception of my book review videos. Those are exclusive to YouTube. So if you are here, thank you for watching, and make sure you scroll down, see all my latest book reviews, see everything that I've read this year. And once we hit December, I am going to do a 2023 year in review of the top 5 books that I read of the year. So number 15 was Warm Bodies by Marion. This was a book that unfortunately I did not meet my own personal timeline for, because I was really hoping to get it read before Halloween, so that way I could watch the movie as part of my spooky season movies. And unfortunately I didn't quite meet that timeline. As I said, I just finished it last night, but I was drawn in to this book more than I thought I was going to be. So this book I picked up really cheap at a clearance, off a clearance rack, and I was like, oh, I know there's a movie about that, so I'm gonna try and read the book so I can watch the movie. And most likely I'm gonna watch the movie like tomorrow night or something. I was gonna watch it today, but I watched something else instead, so I need to add that to the list of movie reviews, which I just uploaded my last part of the 2023 movie reviews that I've watched. So everything that I've watched in the past year now officially has a review, so you can go check out all of those videos. But anyway, back to the book. I started reading it like the week before Halloween, maybe 10 or so days before Halloween. So it took me a little bit longer than some of the other books that I've read lately. Some of the other books that I've read in the past couple of months have been like a week to 2 weeks tops, and I've had them finished. This one took a little bit longer. It did have some slow parts in it, but I was way more invested than I thought I was going to be. I'm not really a sci-fi person. I'm not really into the whole dystopian, like, end of the world thing. You guys know that if you've been here for a while. That is kind of my least preferred genre. I also don't read a lot of fantasy, but sci-fi is probably my least preferred genre. But this year I've tried to branch out and read more of that, and I was kind of weirdly intrigued by this book, especially when it started off. So the first few chapters I was really invested in, getting to know R as a character, getting to know how he lives as a zombie, and essentially the premise is that R meets a human, and he decides that he doesn't want to eat her. He wants to keep her safe, and then he starts like recalling memories of people, like one human in particular that he had eaten. He starts to kind of see things through his brain, because zombies eat brains. That's the whole thing. And it tells an interesting narrative, and Julie is the human, and I would love to have a book written from her perspective. I think that would be really interesting. He does have some sequels, and there are like a couple of other books that considered to be in the Warm Bodies series. I don't really know much about those, but I do know that Marion has other books, so if you like this one, maybe go and check those out. But R and Julie kind of set off on this, I guess you could call it a journey to keep her safe, and then he starts to realize that like he's doing more than keeping her safe. His whole life becomes revolved around her, and they have a little bit of a love story, or what, more than just a little bit. It becomes this love story, and the book is told through 3 different parts, and part 3 is like 1 chapter. Part 1 is 6 or 7 or so chapters, and then part 2 takes up the majority of the events of the plot. Part 2 does have some slower parts in it. Like, there's a period of time where R is just kind of going through the same thing day after day, and that part gets a little dry and a little boring. But I was surprised by how into the book I was, because I'm not into zombies, and it's weirdly told in a beautiful way, but I will say there is a lot of language and there's a lot of gore in the book, so if that is not something that is up your alley, or if that's something that is frightening to you, or if this book, if the idea of zombies or the end of the world or anything like that is something that you have a fear of, maybe not read this one, because it definitely talks about like what civilization will come to and what humans can come to, and like the, I guess, brink of sanity that can be pushed. And that's what made the end of the book so intriguing, was you were being kind of thrown all of these different feelings from different characters that you hadn't really met, and so you're trying to like grasp who these people are and how they must be feeling, all while like rooting for R the whole time. So it was missing a little bit for me. I really wanted more of who R was before he became a zombie. I wanted to know like his name, what he did. Like I wanted to know his story of how he became a zombie, but since he's a zombie, he doesn't remember. So to some people that would be the charm of it. I liked the ending. I thought the ending was good. It was kind of what I was hoping for. I think all of the characters got a nice ending. With the exception of General Grigio. That was kind of like, I don't know about that, but I think he had it coming. I'll just say that, trying not to spoil too much. But overall, for this being a book that was not in my preferred genre, and a book that I hadn't read the movie, now I'm really intrigued. I've heard really good things about the movie. I've heard that it's charming. I've heard that it's cute. And I would say overall the book has the same sentiments. I did write a review over on Goodreads as well, so you can go check that out. It's Caitlin McClure over there on the Goodreads app. And yeah, I got a little like congratulatory thing from Goodreads that I had met my challenge. And I have not yet started my next book, but I have at least 2, if not possibly 3 more before the end of the year. Probably going to read my next one next week over break. But yeah, so I felt it was charming. If you are a zombie lover and you like zombie lore, I think this is a good one. I think it does a good job of telling a compelling story about zombies. If you're not a zombie person, I think this is a good one to dip your toe into the pool of zombies. Or like if you want something that's kind of out of your comfort zone, this is good. This is a love story at its core, and a story about hope and redemption. So if those are all things that you like, then I would recommend trying it. You just never know. And overall, like to compare it or give it a score, I would probably give it like a 6 to a 7 out of 10. It definitely had some slower parts, but overall, I felt it, like I said, it was charming, cute, not the best, like not my favorite, but not as bad as I thought. Like it definitely was better than I expected. I liked it a little bit more than I was expecting. Honestly, when I picked it up, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to finish it, but then the ending really picked up and I had no trouble finishing it. But I just didn't have as much time to read in the past couple of weeks as I did earlier in the year. And that's natural with holidays and everything, and with gymnastics judging starting up, and I just don't read. Like, I get into points where reading is like, I just want to, like, relax and watch TV. So, overall, yeah, I give it, like, a 6 or 7. It's very solid. Like, I liked it better than I thought I was going to, but nowhere, like, it's not going to convert me into being a science fiction or dystopian reader. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. And like I said, it is a love story at its core and has a very charming ending, really good characters and really good character development, I think, with the exception of I wanted to know more about, like, I needed, like, I needed part 1 to be, like, the last day of their lives or something, so I knew who they were before and their personalities before. I think that would have helped kind of define them as zombies, but overall, certainly not bad. So that is book number 15 for 2023. I'm really proud of myself for meeting the challenge. And now that I'm in book club, it's been a little bit easier. I feel that if I wasn't in book club, I don't know if I would have met the goal. I'm going to be completely honest, but being in book club, I've kind of increased my reading to about 2 books a month because now I have deadlines for when these books need to be read. And I like that. I need that. That's the kind of person that I am. I need like a very finite, and you guys saw that if you were on Instagram last night. If you follow me over there, I like said I was going to go live over there last night, and I just put it off, which part of that is self-care. Part of that is just not wanting to do it because it was late and I was tired, not feeling the best all day. So a lot of it goes back to self-care, but I need deadlines. So when I have a book club meeting, then I know, oh, I have to finish the book by this day. And that has really helped me meet my goal. But I am hopeful that next year I'll be able to meet my goal. And I already know that my 2024 book goal is going to be 24 books in 2024. So that's 2 books a month for those of you who don't want to hurt your brain doing the math. And I think it's going to be a true challenge. I'm a little bit nervous that I'm not going to make it. But yeah, last year my goal was 12 books and I read 13. This year it was 15. So increasing it by 9 books is going to be tough. However, I think about the fact that like when I'm on summer break, I tend to read 2 to 3 books a month because I spend a lot of time by the pool, at water parks, outside, tanning, whatever, on the beach, just reading. Like that's how I enjoy my time outside, is I just like to go out, sit in my hammock, sit on the patio, whatever, and read. And I used to do that a lot more than I do now. And I kind of missed the window of opportunity for sitting outside and reading, but I love, like last night I read in the bath. So that's another thing that I like to do, especially over the holidays too. So I'm confident, but I also want to like check off some of the nonfiction books on my list, and nonfiction takes me a lot longer to read. So there are a lot of factors going into my 2024 book challenge, but I hope you guys will stick around with me. And if you're watching this video and it's Thursday, you can go over to Instagram tonight at 7 and catch me over there, and we're going to be doing a huge unboxing. If you're watching this later on, then make sure you check out that video as an unboxing. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a huge order, lots of items, and all great pieces for fall and the holidays. And I've got a huge Pink Lily haul coming as well. So if you've been around for those videos, got another one coming next week as well. So lots of great things coming here on the page. Perfect for the holidays. Perfect sale opportunities for you guys to shop small and to shop cheap. So make sure you check out all of those. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching. And I can't wait to go into 2024 with you guys and keep talking about books, because it's going to be great. So I will see you guys then. And that's it. Bye-bye.